For those people looking for the best Medicare supplement insurance, you're probably looking online to do a Medicare supplement cost comparison. And I will tell you right now, it's not easy to do that. And the reason is, if you go direct to one insurance carrier, they probably aren't even going to give you rates online. And if they do, you just get their one rate, which isn't comparing anything. It's just getting their one cost. However, if you go to independent agencies' websites, like myself and Medisupps.com, most of them will never show you the rates. They want to talk to you on the phone. And I understand your reluctance for doing that. You don't want to be sold something. You're seeing these commercials nonstop on TV. The last thing you want is your phone ringing off the hook with somebody saying, go with this plan. Well, my name is Russell Noga, and I'm the founder of Medisupps.com. I am probably one of the few websites, if not the only website out there, who actually does give you a Medicare cost comparison for supplement plans on our website. Now, will we call you after that? Sure, we call everybody to answer any questions you might have. If you don't want to talk to us, just tell us to bug off. We're cool with that. We know not everybody loves us, but we have been in business over 11 years and helped over 10,000 people with their Medicare supplement insurance for a reason. We don't hound you. We do show you the rates and give you that Medicare supplement cost comparison online. And we're just here to help to find you the lowest premiums now and for years to come for your Medigap insurance. So you might be saying, hey, that's cool, Russell, but I really just want to know some rates. Well, I could give you a ballpark, but it won't even be a ballpark. It will be a universe park. It's not even going to be close because Medicare supplement rates are based on a number of different factors. I can't just say $100 a month. That doesn't tell you anything because it could be far lower or even beyond that. These factors are based on your zip code. So where you live matters a lot as to what the rate will be. Of course, your age. Younger people have less expensive premiums than people who are older. And your gender, males are more expensive. Now, I tell my wife it's because we're worth more, and she says that's not how it works at all. Females have less risk, therefore their premiums are lower. But also tobacco use and whether you qualify for a household discount or not. So when it comes to the Medicare supplement rates, you're going to have to eventually talk to an agent to get the rates and to get the costs. Even if you go direct to an insurance carrier, it's a licensed agent. Now, I don't recommend doing that. Based on what I said earlier, they're just going to give you their rate. You can say, hello, company XYZ, thanks for your rate. What does everybody else charge? And they're going to say, we don't know. And even if we did, we wouldn't tell you. Well, being an independent broker, I tell you, because it's the same price whether you allow us to help or not. You never pay us a dime for our service, but we'll shop all of the companies, and we'll certainly show you some of the top companies online and their rates for the most popular Medicare supplement plans. So let's talk about what those are. They're going to be Medicare Supplement Plan G, Plan N, and Plan F. And I'll cover the differences next to show you which one's going to be your best option. I'll start with Medicare Supplement Plan F because it's not even available anymore to anybody new coming to Medicare. On January 1st of 2020, Medicare removed that from the lineup. It's too expensive. And even if you folks are out there and you had Medicare prior to that date and you kept your Plan F, I would encourage you to seriously take a look at Plan G, which I'll cover the details of in a moment. Because there's only one small difference between Plan F and Plan G. Now, if you are turning 65 or new to Medicare, take Plan F out of your mind right away. You can't even get it. However, if you kept Plan F, the difference is this. Who pays the Medicare Part B deductible? Now, all of you watching who want to get a Medicare supplement plan or have one, you've got Medicare Part A and Part B, or you're going to. Part A covers hospital and Part B covers doctor services. Well, these don't cover everything. You have gaps in these, which are defined as copays, deductibles, coinsurance, items you have to pay. Think of it that way, just items you got to pay. Well, a Medigap plan can help pay most of those for you. Plan F pays 100% of those gaps. So literally, you folks know this, who you kept it. You go to the doctor, show your cards, go home, and never get a medical bill. Some of you new people might be saying, I want that. That sounds great. Sign me up. Why can't I get that anymore? It's too expensive. Medicare got rid of it for a reason. It's way too expensive. And considering the fact that Plan F versus Plan G, there's only one difference. And one of those gaps I mentioned in Part A and B is called the Part B deductible. Now, again, Part B is your doctor's services. So if you go to the doctor and they bill you, which they will, of course, Medicare is going to say, sure, we'll pay, but you first have to pay the deductible. A deductible is an amount of money that you first must pay prior to insurance coming in and paying. Now, we are in 2020 right now, and that deductible is $198. Once per year, you pay it and you're done. Then that resets in January, so it's what's called a calendar year deductible. Well, Plan F pays that for you. So you could be saying, well, great, I get it paid for me, I'm cool. Yeah, but you're probably paying $400 extra to get a $198 benefit. Meaning they're going to take your money, say thanks for the extra cash, we'll write a check to Medicare to pay the deductible, with your money, by the way, and you're going to pay us an extra $200 or whatever it is per year for us to do that for you. You're welcome. Well, just get a Plan G and pay the deductible yourself and keep all that extra cash, because Plan F is way more expensive than Plan G in monthly premiums. So yes, you can keep your Plan F and you can keep keeping it as you go along. You'll get higher rate increases because it is a closed risk pool. The rates are bound to skyrocket. Historically, that has always happened anytime Medicare removed a plan. It has to, mathematically. That doesn't mean you have to pay the higher rates. I can always shop another company's Plan F if you're dying to keep it, and we can see if you save your money there. For you new folks, new to Medicare, turning 65 or retired, worked a couple extra years, now you're coming on to Medicare. Medicare Plan G, the most popular plan for a reason. You just pay that Part B deductible. Again, this year in 2020, it's $198. Next year, maybe $210, $215. We don't know yet. They don't tell us till the end of the year. That's helpful, but it's what it is. The rules will remain the same, though. You pay that Part B deductible. After that, 100% coverage from Medicare and Plan G, up to no limit for the rest of the year on all Medicare-approved expenses. Outstanding coverage, and that's why it's the most popular plan. But what I will do now is just choose a zip code, and I'll get onto the quote engine and show you the difference and do a Medicare supplement plans comparison and a cost comparison so you have a good idea of how much these plans can range in price just based on the company that offers it. Because keep in mind, Medicare supplement plans are what's called standardized. This means regardless of which company offers the Plan G, for example, it's identical coverage. There is no difference from Mutual of Omaha's Plan G to Aetna's Plan G or anybody else, except for the logo on your card and how much money is coming out of your bank account. That's why as an independent agency, we become, I like to say, very valuable to people, particularly because you don't pay us anything. Every year we'll shop all of those companies because there's no reason to pay any more than you should just for a company logo or a company name when they all have the same coverage. So there's a couple different ways to get the Medicare supplement cost comparison. The easiest way is just to give us a call at 1-888-891-0229. You can talk to myself or one of my top agents, who are the top agents in the country, by the way. Very proud of that. And we will show you the cost comparison with all the top companies. Another way, as I mentioned, is to visit Medisupps.com, where you will, in fact, get online rates. However, what better way than to show you live on this video, well, kind of live, and show you the different rates from the companies. So I went ahead and just chose a zip code in the country in Illinois, 60115. And this is, again, just to give an example of the differences of these premiums. This is a 65-year-old female, non-tobacco for Plan G. And you can see right here how all of these factors matter on what these premiums are going to be. Now, Plan G, again, doesn't matter which of these companies I'm about to show you, they all have the same Plan G. You pay that one deductible, then 100% coverage. No difference in the coverage. However, let's take a look at the premiums. Now here we have Aetna. They are $110.12 a month for Plan G. And many of these companies offer a household discount. They're all different. They all have different guidelines as to if you qualify, how you qualify for the discount. We can cover that with you on the phone, because some of them you need both people, a husband and a wife, or somebody else in the house applying at the same time. Some you just have to live with somebody over the age of 60, and some you just have to live with somebody. It doesn't matter how old they are. So there's a lot of different options available, which is great. Now, Aetna is $110 a month. Ascendo, a great company, by the way, not in every state yet, but call me if you've got a Medicare supplement plan or you're just turning 65. Let's see if we can get you on with them, particularly if you live with somebody, because they give you a whopping 14% household discount. Great company, new to the market. So they're $114 a month, $4 higher already, but if I added in the discount, they would drop to number one. Nevertheless, comparing apples to apples here, let's keep going down our list. Here's Blue Cross, everybody's favorite, but they shouldn't be because of a number of reasons. $120. Well, they're already $10 more a month for no extra benefit, so I can't really see you going with them. Here's Mutual of Omaha at $122 a month. Let's scan way down the list because they're all offering the same Plan G. Wow, we're up to $209 a month and even $160. But $209 a month is $109 more than Aetna. So if you had called this insurance carrier direct and said, I'd like to enroll in your plan, sounds great, how much is Plan G? And they say $209. Well, that would be the point. You'd have to ask them, how much is everybody else? And they tell you, forget it, we don't know. You want to sign up? Well, you would have missed out on basically $100 a month less premium had you not allowed us to shop the rates for you. Yes, just us to shop the rates for you. My point is this. You've got to look at everybody, and you've got to do that every year because they're going to have rate increases every year. How will you know otherwise? You don't want to have to get back on the internet and call around or put your name in, God forbid, and get 40 agents calling you, which we don't do, when we shop it every year for you. And there's no cost for our services. Very easy. But this was a good example of a Medicare supplement plans comparison and the cost comparison for the same Plan G, just how much it can vary from company to company. So I hope that helped you understand a little bit better about the process of actually signing up for Medicare supplement insurance. Yes, you'll have to work with an agent. I highly recommend, even if it's not us, an independent agency because they have access to all the top companies. And now, I do sincerely hope it is us. I hope I've shown you that, especially with us showing the rates on the website, we're genuine and we just want to help. But we do what we say we're going to do. And putting your name online is no small feat. And I highly, highly will discourage you from doing it to too many spots online. If you want phone calls night and day, be the most popular person, at least by phone, then put your name in a couple of these different sites online. At Medisupps.com, you're either going to get a call from myself or only one of two other people. And like I mentioned, if you don't want to talk, that's fine. But we give the rates online. We show you some of the prices. Now, not every company lets me put the rates online. So as I mentioned, the easiest way to get them all is just give us a call at 1-888-891-0229. We will handle that Medicare supplement plans cost comparison for you, show you all the different premiums that are out there, get you started with the best company and the lowest premium now, and for years to come when you get a rate increase. So again, my name is Russell Noga with Medisupps.com. I appreciate you watching. We look forward to speaking with you or your friends or family soon to help you out with the best Medicare supplement insurance.